options, unless I'm missing something. One is go to the underworld and do something with like the shears or whatever is going on down there, or two is go confront the general. I only really see those two.
Well,
I
there's
don't know if
also
there's more.
go to the other place where the threat is and try to like solidify it or something, or like go to the gods and help them break out of whatever barrier is keeping them in.
I'll
Would
lead the
we do
way.
that before doing the four things that the prophecy said?
Mm,
But
Because the fourth thing is still up, which is the general.
yeah.
I don't necessarily know if like those were the four prereqs in order to go to Nykthos. I'm pretty sure Nykthos is like part of one of them.
Well,
Because
also we know that they weren't reading everything perfectly because like, oh, you're here, but you're not supposed to be here yet. That's weird. Like we've learned that what the fates have ordained and what's supposed to happen doesn't necessarily happen or need to happen.
yes, that is true. Okay, let me sign in.
Yeah, my notes say for last time that we are head back to Miletus. We're planning to start at the gates of Miletus just after nightfall, but we also established that if for some reason you need to stop on the road or start on the road or start in Ugo's cloister. I don't know what to call it, Ugo's hideout. That we could start there too.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you how we're starting it out, and we're gonna go from there. Because it also just dawned on me that there's something that's very problematic that we have
Uh-oh.
to take care of. And hopefully this will streamline our new.
Friend?
Hopefully this will streamline introductions. Let me know when you're good.
I'm in, and I'm looking for a picture. This is so funny. When you search friendly barbarian, everything that comes up looks like Karuk Wildspeaker.
Oh my god.
He is a friendly barbarian.
A lot of lady barbarians too. Did not expect this breakdown.
You could search for his race, maybe, or does he not look like a Goliath?
Uh, it's kind of sketchy because of Nyxborn. Yeah.
Right. I wouldn't be like.
I was-
Goliath is it like
I'm trying to think of the like a friendly barbarian in like pop culture, and the only thing I'm coming up with is Chewbacca.
he is not Chewbacca.
Maybe Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Wait, there's a meme here. What does it say? Oh my god, this is so good.
Put in chat.
Oh,
Jarl's House Pepper.
She's fine for now.
We have not started yet. The stream is up, but Krishna is looking for a picture, and then Frank's gonna...
Everyone use the gamer word now.
No, the stream's
Alright.
up. No gamer words. And
Ninja.
also, never no gamer words. Wait,
Um,
that's a double negative.
you,
Don't
you,
use
you
gamer
said a
words.
double negative, which means you always use it.
Don't use gamer words.
Here you go. Side note: did all my Torghasts today on my mage. Let me tell you, might have been the most miserable experience of my life.
Wait, you had to go 1 through 8, like you did 2,
Did
3.
1 through 8, and then I did 8 Mortengard, because I did not want to do Mortengard 8 times.
Yeah, you didn't need to. Yeah.
Doing 8 on Mortengard was nightmarish.
Solo your 8s. Did you solo them or did you do groups?
Oh, I am level 157 mage. I needed a group for this.
You were able to get one though. I was worried like my shit group would not be able to get one.
Oh, I made it.
Oh, that's smart.
I just made the group. I wouldn't let anyone see my item level. Just invite them all in. I didn't scan for servers, which was a problem because on the last one of this, I managed to grab a couple people from Azerlon. So there was quite a bit of a barrier there.
What the? You searched friendly Viking and there's a picture of Stoic the Vast.
Very good. Are there no Nyxborn pictures that would be better?
I don't even. Well, let's see. What if next?
So you just crop a Nyxborn picture out.
I guess I should look at Theros cards actually, but
Like
it's
there's
complicated.
like Nyxborn Colossus. I don't know. That's nature-y and barbarian-y. Just gotta make it look smaller. Oh god, that's not what I want.
I like your idea. This is a little too non-human though.
He's got a face.
Does he?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
eyes.
he does. What? Yeah, like, yeah. Okay, we can work with this.
I helped.
I will be scared of all
Check
children.
this chat.
He's got a real face and hair and skin.
Wait, this is beautiful, Frank. Your skills outnumber. My skills are inferior.
I just thought of a Kaldheim card, and I was like, this guy will do.
It's perfect. It's actually perfect.
Send it. Krishna playing a grizzled old war vet? What is this?
I don't know how much is gonna be like player discussion of the story and how much is gonna happen like in game, but
In game, all of it, and then we'll ask questions later.
Oh,
well, that's
literally
gonna be
all of
hard because I have amnesia.
You seem perfect for our group. Wait, who's Poggle's gonna listen to now that Canathos is dead?
Not Karunir. Karunir needs guidance.
Just listen to the monkey.
Alright, Valdos' his new best friend. Friendship with
I'm
Canathos.
not the monkey. Hold on a second here. What are you fucking trying to say?
What'd you say? Oh,
I'm not the monkey.
I didn't
He
say.
needs you fucking familiar, wacko.
Yeah.
No. But then Poggle said me. I'm not the monkey.
I think he meant instead you.
No. I don't even know what number we're on at this point. 12?
You lost count.
I think we're at 12 or 11. I don't know which.
I'll go down with Canathos.
No.
Give me the berry and peace, yeah. So I think we're on 11 then. Because there was that whole owl interlude. The dark times.
That's a good question. When you summon back the one after Owl, does it increase the count, or did you get back the one
No,
that didn't
in my
die?
head, it's dead. This isn't. It's not actually a new one. It's the same spirit over and over again. But in my head, it's dead. It's just given up on trying to explain this to me.
Like it said, like, hey, you can call me the same name. Wait, what was the first one called?
We started on 1.
Didn't we start on 7?
No, we started on 7, but the first one was 1.
Yeah, so Valto started on that one. We all started on 1.
No, I
No,
think it's
we all
flipped.
started
We
on
The
seven.
other way, the other way, the other way.
Sorry,
You guys
sorry,
started
yeah.
on 7. I started on 1.
You guys
There
know
were
that,
6
yeah.
other monkeys. They all died.
They didn't die. They
No,
went.
they died.
I went to a farm out in Chalt.
I'm not sure if I would wish that on them.
All right, we ready? What are we waiting on? Who are we waiting on?
Yeah, I just was making the token. I named it Canados.
Krishna, you've made a mistake.
Ruzog too.
Yeah, I guess I will get it all fixed up.
Did y'all know I didn't know that Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos had Uno Dos Trace in them until I was like in my 20s.
Alex.
Alex. Well, I guess you work at Slowpoke News. It's fine.
That's like chief Slowpoke News material.
Okay. We're gonna start right after what happened. So after your party reconvenes, -1, and you start walking back to Miletus. After a brief period of time walking the road towards Miletus, you see a somewhat relatively friendly face, I guess. Well, you recognize the spy that Ugo had sent your way, or had sent to go tail the general, and he's just kind of like sitting on the side of the road, expecting you guys to, expectingly, like waiting for you. And as you come into view, he starts like waving you down, and starts walking towards you, walking towards all of you.
I'm gonna grab the sending stone and be like, Garunir, is that you?
Alex, this is the spy.
I thought the spy is this guy. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna say whatever the spy's name is. I don't have it in my notes. Do we have his name?
No, he never gave you a name.
Well, then I'm gonna pull out the sending stone and say, "Is that you waving at us?"
What sending stone?
I thought we had a sending stone to talk back and forth with him.
We did.
That's how we've been contact. That's how we knew like
To
when they were
the-
half hour out.
The
The
cube?
guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to that guy, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I want to make sure you're not thinking you have a sending stone
No,
to
no, no,
Ugo,
no.
because that's what we're clarifying right now.
Didn't we also have one of those? Oh, Canathos
Canathos
had it.
had
No.
This is the glaring issue
Yes,
here. Is I
yeah.
remember now, Canathos had the sending stone.
Yes. Yes.
So he, like, starts coming up to you guys, is like, so how'd it go? He looks around, he's like, where's the big guy?
Oh, he died, but we killed 3 of them, or 4, or 3. We killed a large number of them. We killed everyone except the general, and the satyrs ran away.
This guy's too
Also,
big.
there were 2 satyrs. Your intel was off.
He stares like daggers at you, he's like, I only ever saw one.
Well, you did tell us you saw 2, to be fair to you.
That's true.
It's facts.
But yeah,
Alright,
so
you
there are
said
probably
before,
some
anyway.
satyrs running around those woods who are pretty dangerous. And the general's headed somewhere.
So, do you have any idea where the general's going? Or
I'll look to the groups, because Tommy doesn't remember either.
He's going to the underworld to pick up his friends that we just killed.
so you killed all of them except for him?
And the 2 satyrs.
Killed 3 out of 6.
Technically, he killed
Pretty
one
good.
himself, but you know,
That's
he was already
true.
almost dead.
Wait, he killed his own guy?
Want to send him to the underworld to protect the other ones, apparently, and show them the way out.
Okay. That's,
Messy.
there's a lot of loose threads now. That means we don't have any of them accounted for, which Ugo's not gonna be too happy about.
That's your job, not ours, though. You fucked up. What?
What?
Can't.
He looks at you real like weird, like. Look, I wasn't there fighting him. What am I supposed to do about that?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You were tracking them the whole way, right?
Yeah?
Why are you over here, not following the general still?
Because how are you gonna get... Okay. He's like, he holds out his hands. Do you or do you not have a full party?
No, we do not have a full party.
My apologies, my condolences. Do you have a sending stone to call Uga?
Nope.
He says, oh, well, look at that. He holds out a sending stone. He's like, I have one right here. He goes to pass it over to Zelkos. He says, he wants to talk. Apparently he's been trying to get in contact with you for a while.
I will grab it and say into it, hey, we lost Canathos. Don't use the other stone. The general has it.
Little time passes, get a message back. He can't hear it anyway, because it was enchanted so that you guys would be able to use it and not anyone else. But you said Canathos is what happened? Why is Canathos? How are you all alive and Canathos isn't?
Canathos traded his life for Poggle's life, and the rest of us were able to flee in the meantime. But he sent Kano himself straight to the underworld after we sent the Oracle and the Minotaur to the underworld. So they're going to be trying to get the three of them out. The two satyrs are out on the run somewhere.
After Ugo says back, I'm not sure if this is good or bad. Head on back to Miletus, take the stone, tell him to go try and catch up with the general, and to use the more archaic means of getting in contact with me.
I will pass that on to the scout and the rest of the party.
And after that, no more response. But
Well, I'll give I'll also say will do before I talk to everyone else.
So yeah. After all that, the spy kind of looks at you. He's like, "All right, so now," as he looks over at Baltos, "now I will go catch up with him. Can't have moved far. He's pretty big. Seemed like he's clad in armor.
Yeah.
Carrying your dead friend, I imagine. Otherwise, you'd have him with you."
Once you get to the river, he went east along the road. You're right, you won't miss him.
All right, sounds good. Again, sorry for your loss. Much apologies, but there's still work to be done, and he kind of like just walks past your group and starts breaking into a bit of a run and fades from view.
Zelkos just says, let's go. And starts heading towards Miletus while fidgeting with the coin on his necklace.
After about an hour walking, you get a buzz on the stone.
I'll check it.
Yep, it's got a message for you. The message reads, pass this to Valtos.
Baltos?
Yes, Ugo.
Yeah, I got some news for you. There's a guy here. Came right here. Straight to my temple. And he has this parchment. That's from, well, that says to contact you. in the event that well, Canathos is dead, which he is dead, as you've told me, and it's signed. It looks like it's signed in a Crufix cant of some kind. It's got like I can make out some of it. It's
Cipher is the word you're looking for.
yeah. I've tried to study that myself a bit, and I can make out it's from an oracle up in Akros, I guess. It's Akros, a Crowan temple, I think. And there's this guy that's just standing here, and he's pretty big guy. For starters, you shouldn't have been able to find this place in the first place. But you know about this? You know anything about this?
Some of it sounds like it checks out. We'll be there in however long it takes. We'll, yeah. And just let them know we're coming.
Okay, he's not really saying much. He's just kind of standing here, looming.
He hadn't killed you or anything, though, right? So it's probably fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Just come straight here. And that's it.
What do Ugo want?
Well, apparently there's a guy staring at him from Canathos's. Well, he got sent there, but it sounds like he got sent there by Canathos or Canathos's wife after the fact.
Oh,
So I think we should go talk to him.
she must be mad.
Well, I don't know how he got there so quick.
Are we gonna be fighting or talking?
I don't know.
I hope
Wait, why would
talking.
she be mad? We didn't kill Canathos. What? He was a hero.
It's true, but Valtos is supposed to keep an eye on him.
Oh yeah, so it's probably mad at you, and I'll point to Valdos.
I told her that no promises on this, but I'd try. All right.
Loopholes, I see.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's interesting that he got there so quick, though. Let's go talk to this guy, and we'll make our way to Miletus.
Poggles, you're usually a good, insightful person. You thinking this is safe?
Yeah.
Let's go.
If he doesn't have the beaver house symbol, then we don't trust him.
Beaver. Poggles, I think it was a badger.
Same thing.
So beavers are the ones with the big tails that go in the water, but the badgers are the ones that go underground.
I'm gonna prepare a guiding bolt at Velkos
For what condition?
Now.
in case you say something more stupid.
Oh!
Poggles is not happy.
All right, we are headed back.
So yeah, you get back to Miletus within that hour. It kind of the clouds started coming in. It's kind of seems like it's going to be a rainy night. And you manage to get to the gates no problem, and getting through the gates no issue. And you're really greeted towards very nice sight, as it were. After your little bout of trying to trick the public into thinking that everything's all right and everything like that, you see people you see Miletus in its not exactly the quite top form that it was in when you first saw it, but people are roaming around the streets. You can see people actively at the Temple Lion, and there's people who are at the amphitheater. It's a much more lively city this time around than how you left it, and most certainly when you came back to it. So it's things in Miletus seem like they're on the up and up right now. People are kind of maintaining. And I imagine, are you going straight to Ugo's from the gate then? Just going there?
Yeah, I'll
Yes.
mention, like, looks like we made a difference as we're heading over.
Yeah. Your magic trick really worked.
Yeah, I hope it carries us long enough as we need to.
Actually, they can stay there. Hold up. Let me just move this here. Why is he so big?
Oh, he's a large man.
But not actually large. Still medium.
Medium.
No.
Powerful build.
Might have to remake this token, I don't mind telling you. But we'll see.
We're also still on the old map. I guess we all are.
Yeah,
actually.
I haven't moved you guys yet. Let me just update this character here. Okay. You guys here. Tell me if you have control over this. Over my
not yet.
You have it now?
Yes. Thank you.
Also, might want to rename yourself, Krishna.
Yeah. Rip.
Rip.
For now, anyway. And as you walk into the temple, Ugo's just kind of standing where he normally is. He kind of looks a little bit, though you can't really tell because of the mask he's wearing. He's kind of like, you can make out he's a little tense, seeing as how there's this relatively large individual standing to his left. And as you walk in, he looks down and he says, "Hi, come in, please, welcome."
I am going to sprint over and hug Ugo.
I'm gonna leisurely walk over there. What does this guy look like?
He looks kind of basically like the token. He's like 7 feet tall. Very large. He doesn't look mean or anything. Like he's looking kind of. What's the
So
word?
not basically like the token.
Well, the token. Does the token look mean? Not really.
The token looks determined. You're right.
Action pose. Yeah. He looks kind of spacey. I'll be honest. He doesn't look like he's super. I'll just say what's going. He's like looking at the ceiling, looking at all the big things.
All right, so I'm gonna give Ugo a hug and say, "Who is that?"
Hello.
Hello. And I'll look around and be like, "You don't look like a Phoenix worshiper, or like me, or like him, or like Ugo, or like any of us."
My name is Garunir.
Here. And
Hello,
I'll
Garnier.
snap my fingers and be like, "Are you the guy that called Valtos?"
No. What does that mean?
I'll look at Valtos.
You were sent here with the piece of paper you handed to Ugo, right? I'm Valtos, by the way.
Ugo goes in. He's like, "Yeah, I have it right here."
Let me have a look at this piece of paper.
Hands it to you.
What's on this piece of paper?
From what you can make it out, it's a note from wife from Credella. Basically saying that she was given a fleeting vision from Krufix that something tragic would befall her husband. And shortly after this vision, shortly after she received this vision, this man appeared at their farmstead or at their manor, and wandering around aimlessly, almost as if he didn't know where he was or what he was supposed to be doing. And she was able to divine that simply by looking at him, as well as knowledge, just general knowledge of Krufix's ways, that this is that he was a Nyxborn of Krufix, and that he is likely here to set the record straight or try and fix things because they haven't worked out as Krufix has designed them to.
What was your name again?
Warrior. I am a great warrior.
Great Warrior Gardener. Alright. It sounds like you're coming up with us to fucking kill the hell out of some things. So, you good with that?
Okay. Yes.
Wait, why would Krufix make a Nyxborn that doesn't even know what he's doing or why he's here? I'm so
Krufix.
lost. That was a general question to everyone in the party, because I would be confused.
Isn't Krufix usually one of hiding knowledge when the knowledge should stay hidden?
Yep. And he also just likes being mysterious and all, so I'm just not going to question it.
Okay,
I mean-
look, that's...
Is this guy clearly Nyxborn?
Yeah.
So I'm going to turn to Poggles and say, Poggles, I mean, when you arrived on Theros, were you equally aimless?
I'm still aimless.
There you go.
I also potentially know the answer and don't want to tell anyone, so kind of
That's fine. That makes sense, doesn't it? So, unless you think this is the
Do you,
critical
do, you-
moment,
do you want to
it
roll
makes sense to not-
roll some
I would not like to
deceit
roll
and? I mean, none of us are insightful except Poggles.
Yeah, and you'll roll with disadvantage too, so get fucked.
I mean, I would have no reason to disbelieve you anyway.
Yeah.
I don't even think you'd have to roll if you were just like he does.
Yeah, this checks out.
All right,
Also,
Yes.
go ahead.
I will follow you.
Okay.
Mr. G-Man, what can you do? Do I see
Who
you have
are-
a? Do I see you have a sword or something? Like, what am I looking at?
This is
great
this is accurate. He uses nicknames sometimes. Your G-Man is gonna be your nickname for you.
All right, G-Man. So you have that axe. How good are you with that axe? Be on level with me here.
Great warrior.
I will just also assume that's true. You don't even need to roll because I believe you.
He uses true. It wouldn't be deception.
Yeah. All right. Well, the thing is, G-Man, we don't even know where we're headed. So you can come discuss with us.
Neither do I. I will
Time
go
it
first
chimes
order.
in. He's been saying he's a great warrior since he showed up. So you can imagine I'm very well aware he is a great warrior. He's been saying it for an hour.
Yeah. He just told me he was also a great warrior. I'll lean into Ugo and I'll be like, do you think he's actually a good warrior?
He looks at you, he's like, I don't look the size of him.
I mean, look at the size of me. I'm a great warrior. I look fucking puny.
Judge me by my size, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably a great warrior.
All right, and I'll clap and be like, all right, guys. So where are we headed? We have a few options in front of us.
I guess it's
Let's
either
talk about what we're gonna do next before we turn in.
the entrance to the underworld or Nykthos. I feel like are our two best options. Or
Well-
trying to find the general and get him in a one-on-one situation, but I don't know how
Well, the
powerful
general
he is.
and the underworld are the same answer.
Are they?
Ugo kind of like chimes in. He's like, all right. So what do you, what happened?
Oh,
Like-
and we'll just tell the whole story of exactly how the
Disclosure,
battle
what
happened. Yeah.
No secrets.
Then after all that, it was like, okay. I got nothing.
What do you mean? You have to have something. What is? You can't say I have nothing. Say something else.
Looks
Alright.
you, I don't. Like, what do you? What am I supposed to say? Because I don't really know. Sounds like you know what you have to do.
I don't. I just
mean,
know
it
what
sounds
the
like
option.
you have to stop the general somehow.
Yes.
But it also sounds like what you did didn't work.
So what he's saying is we need more information, and we got a source of information.
Who?
Boggles, get the guy out of your bag.
I present to you, head.
What is? He doesn't know anything. We know everything. We know everything he knows.
Wait, El, don't you have the head now? Or am I still in
Yeah.
charge?
Redcon, back it up. Altos takes.
This could be the moment of handing it off.
I throw the head hard at Valtos.
Fucking make him attack roll.
No,
Apropos.
I throw it at you.
Okay, I catch it.
Okay. Ask away, Valtos.
Patruzantos.
Starts yawning. He's like, how's it going, everyone?
Not good.
You're not good.
What is that?
He's ahead. He can't die though, so it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Who's
He
this
must
guy?
be a great warrior.
He is indeed a great warrior.
Yeah, he was a great warrior.
This is Garner.
Like, this guy, I've known this guy for 30 seconds, and he already knows how great I am.
My name is G-Man.
I've known G-Man for 30 seconds, and he already knows how great I am.
All right, Patrus. So we get a problem.
Seems that yeah. Where's the
Orphe-
big guy?
You know he's dead.
I am the big guy.
We went over this already.
I forgot.
So Orpheus is scary as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
We killed all his advisors, though, and I'll
We did,
chime
we
in
did.
over Valtos' shoulder.
But he's going to go pick them up, right?
Yes.
So. Yeah, that's the problem. Why didn't you guys ask me again? Like, before going in there? Why didn't you ask me, like, if I had any advice for this?
Because you'd probably give the same advice as Ugo, which is, this is dangerous, be careful.
What would your
I mean, it
advice
is
been?
dangerous. I would advise heavily not fighting him, but it's okay. It's okay. Only one of you's dead. So you killed all of them, but him?
Satyrs.
We killed 2 of them. They killed 1 of them.
I'm counting Kano as ours. All right.
Yeah, considering that we did all the DPS and he stole the killing blow.
The Satyrs are still alive somewhere.
DPS stands for damage per second.
So, okay. He looks around, he's like, can you put me down like a table or something? It kind of feels weird being held like this. Can we go to a side room, Ugo? Is that your name?
I mean, I can make this weirder if you want.
No. Please don't.
Okay.
And Ugo kind of like points to one of the side rooms and like, you can like go use one of those. And then, yeah.
Places Patruzantos down on the table instead of suspending him from the air with a mage hand.
As he's walking as he's getting carried into the room, he like looks back. He's like, G-Man, you wanna?
Can I come?
Yeah, you're coming with us now. Get over here.
Ugo looks at you and he's like, yeah, you're good. And then when you all get there, Patrick's like, all right, can you put me on the table there so I don't like roll around or anything, and just, like wedge something up against me. He says, all right, so you got the Minotaur, you got the Shears, you got Kano, and the other 2 ran away.
Yep.
Okay, so he's still killable. You can still kill him.
Who? Orpheus?
Orpheus.
Yeah, you can still kill him. That's good. It's actually kind of strange that he would send the others away, considering how the Shield of Mortis works, but...
It kind of looked like something interfered with his head when he did it, so not quite sure.
Wait, what do you mean? How does the Shield of Mortis work? Why didn't you tell us this before?
You never asked. Legitimately never asked.
Well, tell us about it now.
Yeah, this is character just being mad.
He looks at you, he's like, alright, so the Shield of Mortis is one of those cool artifacts I found in the underworld when I was going back and forth. It's I think Erebos's work, I think it might be Athreos's. I think it's Athreos's. I think that's why he likes using it, because it feels like it's cathartic, or it's like a spitting in his Athreos's face or something. But yeah, I don't know, he attunes it to people in his party, or he attunes it to people that he's around, and when they die, he gets some like power from it. I don't know. They empower the shield, and then because he's wielding the shield, it empowers him. So it's kind of awkward that you killed everyone but him, because you just made him stronger by killing everyone before killing him, which is kind of awkward.
That would also explain why he killed Kano. Wasn't just to get him to the underworld faster.
Well, does this mean his Shield of Mortis is giga powerful and we're now screwed? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Mr. Santos?
No, no, because those satyrs were picked for a reason. It's because of their alignment to Karamitra and Clothis. So those satyrs, they're that's Malal and Rasai, or Risa, Rasai, right? I don't remember. Yeah, one of them's a priestess of Clothis, and the other is a priest of Karamitra. So presumably, if they fall, probably Malal, the priest to Karamitra. Presumably, if he dies, I imagine the Shield of Mortis would provide him with immortality or eternal life or something like that. I don't know what'll happen if Rasa dies, seeing as how she's a priestess of Clothis. That's a scary one. I don't want to know what'll happen if he gets some type of boon from Clothis. That's not something I ever care to find out.
So these are
But
permanent boons?
he's like, oh no, when they're not here, he gets them.
I see. So as long as they're in the underworld.
Why would he go to the underworld to make himself weaker then by just pulling his friends back?
I think this has to do. Well, he's gonna bring the Shears back.
Yeah, his daughter, of course. I understood that.
He's gonna bring her back, and I think he respects Kano enough to bring him back. He didn't respect me, but I was never really tied to that in the first place.
You also can't die, so what would be the point?
Yeah, it doesn't really work. I think the Minotaur is probably just. I think if he had to leave any of them, it's going to be leaving that Minotaur. I think the level of rage he gets from a blessing from Mogus is a bit. At this point in time, after you guys have showed your hand, he's probably gonna insist on her remaining there. But he's definitely gonna bring his daughter back, and he's definitely gonna bring Kano back because, well, he still needs him.
Why does he need Kano?
So remember how I was talking about the statues, right? The statues around here that are like perverting like merfolk and stuff. Yeah, Kano is the one that does that. He's not done with that. He needs to sever the ties with Nyx, and then he's gonna really disconnect everyone from worship. He's gonna stop everyone from even considering worshiping the gods.
I don't understand Kano. No, I don't even understand. He's not from here, and all he wants to do is break the ties between the gods and people. I don't understand.
Okay, so Kano's not from here, but Kano really, 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 really hates the gods here. I don't know why. He kept talking about how where he's from, people have to live in fear of, like, he called them like divine spirits, and they never have any control over themselves or the destiny around them, and they literally can just be destroyed and wiped out whenever or if any of these divine spirits ever care to wipe them out. It seems like he's very much on the train of you should be able to strike out for yourself and have control over your own destiny. And if there's anything like a god, for example, controlling you or having any influence over you, then it's a net bad. And he's probably been taken over the edge by something that's happened to him, because he's been a one-track mind since showing up here. And he's fallen in good company, because it seems as I know, Orphean is also on a one-track mind, so they seem to be lining up perfectly.
All right. What are our options, man? Do we just have to go to the underworld and stop him? What do you think we should do?
Well, I think fighting him now is probably a bad idea. But I think you've got two options, maybe three. We can run to the underworld and we can try and get there before the others get out. And we can try and bind them there and keep them there. And if we do that, then we should be able to just stop anything from happening. Because if his daughter can't leave the underworld, he can't do anything.
How
Okay,
difficult
that's
is
a
it to
good
bind someone?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
How difficult is it to bind someone?
Well, it's kind of a matter of waking Erebos up and forcing him to keep them there. But since things are kind of hard to communicate with the gods right now, we're gonna need something to tie things back together, at least temporarily, if we want to go that route. I think another route that we can go is we can just try and kill Orphean. I don't know how we're gonna do that. I don't know if the G-Man here is gonna be able to, like, pull some weight that Canathos couldn't. But, yeah, it's probably... if I'm tiering this list, I think that's plan C.
All right. Well, what's Plan B?
I think plan B and A are interchangeable. I think plan A is, or A/B is, we get to Nykthos before they do, and well, actually, I don't even know if that'll work, because we got the drop on them already, but I guess if we get the drop on them now, then we might be able to have a better chance. But
So you mean wait until he rescues all his henchmen and then ambush them at Nixthos?
that could be another option, yes.
They still have to come to Miletus, right? So
At this point in time, I don't know if he's going to. He might just leave Miletus for last at this point. Or maybe just try and circumvent it. It's not really... He looks at you, he's like, it's not like we really did enough here. The threads are kind of like people's faith in the gods, and while it's still existing, and while you've made it better here, they're gonna realize that they're not responding eventually, so it's kind of a matter of time. And then it will just kind of unravel on its own.
alright, so the question becomes, how do we wake Erebos up?
Well, I don't know. I've spent so long not trying to wake Erebos up and not trying to get on Erebos' radar that I have no idea how I would get him to pay attention to us.
Would anyone else in your network know? I feel like somebody who's trying to avoid waking him up would have the knowledge of how to wake him up either accidentally or on purpose.
I know a person who can help.
Where would we find them?
Pause champ. Yeah.
I don't want to go there.
Go on.
Okay, so he's probably come back by now,
Clear, it's his dad.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think it's a good idea for me to go back there right now.
Where's there?
The house, the mansion.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think it's a good idea for me to go back and see my father right now.
We can
And-
just hide you and, keep you hidden.
No, I trust that you can do that, but it's a
I'm gonna interject. Garnier's just gonna be like, fathers love to see their sons.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
that.
Earnestly at the head when I say that.
I don't know if he's gonna want to see me right now. I think if you guys want to go, that's fine, but I don't really want to. I'll stay in the bag.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if we show up there saying, "Hey, we're trying to get revenge on Patcher's party," is he gonna play along, or do you think he's gonna be less than enthused that we're back?
Wait, Patru's party.
Yeah. Kano and
Why
all
don't
them.
why don't we just be totally honest with him? Kano tried fucking killing him. I don't think he likes Kano.
Oh,
Let's
that's
just
fair.
explain what's going on.
He
Yeah.
also seemed rather devout, so I don't think he's gonna be unwilling to help us.
Right. So
Oh.
here's what you need to do, Mr. Xantos. You need to use your teleport magic and get us there. Well, how close can you get us?
Oh, I've got a circle there. I could just get us there.
I will look to the group.
I think we should sleep first, but then first thing.
Yeah, I am exhausted.
I think we should find this man's body before we introduce him to his father again.
That's a lot of swimming. I don't think we want to do that.
Yeah, no, I think this man's body might be long gone.
Think bottom of the ocean, and we don't know where.
So that's a later thing.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go sleep. Is it night? It's nighttime, right? Yeah. I'm gonna go sleep in that room over there.
All right.
I'm just gonna point to like a random room in here and be like, we'll meet up here tomorrow morning, I guess.
We'll come into that room.
G-man, what are you doing? This is where I sleep.
I'm just gonna look at you expectantly.
All right.
G-man, this is where I sleep. I'll look to the group and
I'll-
be like, someone.
If he's gonna be with us, he might as well be with us. So we'll show him the hut and everything. All right, everybody group up. G-man, just sit. You might be a little too tall. Just sit down for a second, or for a few minutes.
He's
My
not tall,
hut
he'll
is
be
much
fine.
taller.
Your what's much taller?
Wait, what? And he looks confused for a second.
I couldn't hear what you said on Discord.
I said my hut was much taller, and then he looks confused for a second.
Just wait a sec. This might just barely fit in, and I will begin playing my pan flute and summoning the hut.
Yeah, you summon the hut, no problem. Obviously.
What do you think? Turning to our new friend Garnier.
Real question: can he stand up in this? Like, I don't know how tall it is.
I have to look. I think you can.
Yeah, you can.
7 and change. So
Looks like it was big enough. It's a blessing
this
of
is a
Parametra.
hut.
Well, thank Karametra.
And I'm like sort of rub the walls and sort of.
You just go right
You
through
can't
it.
rub the wall. Yeah.
That's what like try to. And then I think I need to sit down.
Yeah, no one can come in here except us, so it's quite safe. Can make it hotter or colder, can make it lighter or darker, but it's a hearth designed by Karametra herself.
I'm going to proceed to sleep in this corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss out my bedroll, barely even, not even like barely even set up, and just pass out.
No, wait, like you're bedding down for the night, Zelkos, and like 3 seconds before you close your eyes, Garnu's gonna ask you, "Who's Karametra?"
Oh boy! All right, I guess I'm not that tired. Ugh, stretch, cure wounds on myself, and then I will begin to tell the stories of
Fresh
Karametra.
guiding bolt goes off.
Um, but yeah, I will spend a few minutes talking about Karametra and explaining that she is the goddess that takes care of the farms and the livestock and all the seasons, and that without her we would not have domesticated food and we would not be able to live in the cities, at least those that aren't near the ocean.
I'm listening very attentively and very appreciative, but I'm looking a little confused as time goes on.
What questions do you have? You seem pensive.
Um, I understand food and livestock. I think I saw some on my way here, but what I didn't see any livestock in the cities.
Yeah, it's the cities aren't really her domain. Those are more the domain of Ifara. She really watches over the cities. But you'll see
Thank you, Zelk.
horses and such sometimes in town. Karametra's more the border between cities and nature.
I think I prefer nature.
Me too. I do. I actually at the end of the day I really do like that border. Nice mix of both.
Good night, Zelkos.
Good night, Garnier.
G-man.
G-man it is. And I'm gonna have my spider keep watch and wake me up if something bad happens.
Do I see your spider?
Yeah, I guess as I'm going to bed, I'll you see me talking to this spider, and then I'll turn and probably see you maybe kind of concerned or interested. And I'll say, "Oh, this is Shay. Shay's
Yeah.
gonna be watching out for us."
O'Shea.
Shay, I think can only speak in my mind as far as I know, unless you can speak to animals.
Can it wave?
Shay waves one of the arms.
Okay. Got it. Good night, Shay.
Shay waves again. And I pass out.
All right. You're all able to sleep, no issue. There's no waking anyone of you up. You're inside a nice, not well lit temple, but a nice warm temple. For the most part, its very existence is unknown to the greater populace, except apparently G-Man's able to get in. So yeah, you all wake up, long rest, hit die, all that.
Bless. Oh baby.
Hey, that's pretty good. And yeah, you all wake up, go about your morning routines and your morning, just generally what you do every day. And Yeah, were you planning on heading out immediately? What was the plan for the morning? Give me like the rundown here.
I wanted to leave last night, but my spellcasters wanted to sleep, so I'm ready to go at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, just have some dried rations and get out of here.
Hmm.
Um, as you have made yourselves very apparent that you're leaving, um, Ugo kind of like walks up to Ugo walks up to you, Zelkos, as you're about to leave, and or as you guys look as if you're preparing to leave, and he says, a moment, Zelkos. I have something. I have something for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Um, he says, come with me back over here to this other room. He kind of like takes you into a side room, and he says, okay. So, G-Man? Is that what we're calling him?
Yeah, he said he wanted to go by G-Man.
Okay, sounds good. Uh, G-Man came with this with alongside the note, and he holds out like this vial, and in like this small crystal vial, you see what looks like the starry night sky.
Interesting. What is
It
this?
is. He looks at you and he says, "I have no idea."
I'm gonna open up and sniff it.
Uh, what is the thing that Zelkos likes the most? Like, when Zelkos thinks of home, what does he think of?
What does he like the most, or what does he think of home?
When he thinks of home and like comfort and the smell and
There's a
you're around him.
specific spice in the town that they were from, a specific pair of spices that he would always cook with. That was everyone's favorite, including his own. And so the sort of warm smoke and just heat of the fire with that, like cooking in a stew or cooking some kind of meat, that smell is his favorite, like feeling of home.
It's like because in my head I was like, I hope you answered something like women loving parties, because like I'm like that's exactly what we'd love doing like at any given moment.
No, if it was the other question would have had a different answer.
Yeah, yeah.
It smells like that.
Interesting. Ugo, humor me. What do you smell when you smell this?
Um, he smells that and he's like, hmm. I smell. I smell a crackling fire, burning wood, and a bit of It feels dry. It almost like it's drying up my nose as I smell this. It smells like a heat coming off of it.
Hmm. Interesting. Uh, I kind of want to taste it. I'm gonna hold on to this and think about this for a bit. But thanks. Do you
Yeah,
think it's a potion of something I should drink or something to pour on
I
something?
am not sure. I figure that one of you would know best on what it actually is.
Yeah, as
But
in,
most perplexing on it is as he kind of like turns the vial around, you can see like a very specific symbol etched into the vial that you recognize being a symbol that is like placed over archways to Karamitra's temples. You're like, I feel like this is supposed to be for you,
probably,
considering
probably.
how you're the only one that worships Karamitra.
Now that I've seen like the full picture put together, if I think back, especially since I read the entire book of like everything you gotta know about Karmitra, is there anything coming to mind as to what this might be?
Oh,
Okay. Well, I'll ask the party. Maybe Veltos can identify it if it's magical. And I'll thank Ugo, pat him on the shoulder, and head over to the group.
I am generally bothering Acreus.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What can you tell me about yourself, man?
I am G-Man.
Hey, man, right. So, where are you from?
I am a great warrior.
Uh,
And then I'm gonna start telling him about Karamita.
oh, Karamitra. And I'll realize that you were saying for, like, in Alex's, like, you sound just like Zelkos.
Yeah.
I'm like, you talked with Zelkos, didn't you?
Told him and Shay told me about Karamitra.
Yeah, Karamitra's a god that exists. I don't really like her that much, but she does exist.
I don't think I like cities.
Well, we're leaving this city in about 5, 4, 3, 2, in about 10 seconds. Because as Alex rounds the corner.
Yeah, before we do that, real quick, Voltos, do you mind just trying to identify this? I think it might be magical.
I'm gonna cast Identify on this file.
Real magic.
What
What?
does it do? Because you cast
Real magic.
identify rather than
Identify, yeah.
detect magic.
Alright, let me get it.
It's not an item in D&D Beyond that I can just add, is it?
Oh, fuck no. You're not. Don't even bother adding it. I will tell you what it does when you're meant. When you figure out what it does, I will tell you what it does.
Does identify not tell us anything?
It's gonna tell you the school.
That's not how Identify works. You think of Detect Magic.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to identify what this is.
Alright. That's a big
You will be
magic.
able to tell it's magic, and you'll know the school. But, this is some pretty this is like some pretty weird shit. You've never seen it before, and it feels like... The best way you could describe this is... It feels like a really pious day in a Krufix temple to you.
Zelkos, this thing was probably made by the gods themselves. Don't fuck it up. Just hang on to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I pour it or drink it. I'm leaning towards drink it based on the symbol of Karametra. But also, like,
drink it, but probably don't do that right now.
you think in a moment of need?
School's conjuration, by the way.
Like, what if it just makes me super powerful forever?
School's conjuration. School's conjuration. Maybe you do pour it.
In my mouth or in the dirt?
In the dirt. Not now. Either way. Patru.
Yep.
We're going to... I forgot the name of the place.
We're gonna go... You're all ready?
Yeah. You're
We're
gonna stay in the
ready.
bag, though. You'll be fine.
We're gonna go to Donos?
Before you teleport us, if your father asks about you, do we have you or do we not have you?
Oh, you don't have me.
We don't have you.
Last time. I'm dead.
You're dead, right.
What if
okay,
we...
right.
Shouldn't we maybe leave you somewhere then so you don't get caught in a lie?
When he says I'm dead, I'm gonna stand up really straight and say, "Dead men tell no tales," like a very sage way.
I like this guy.
Where'd you hear that, G-Man?
And then he looks confused again for a second, sort of looks at you, Zelkos, says, "I don't know."
Do I feel like this dude is lying to me, or do I feel like this dude's being honest?
I mean, he's not trying to lie to you. Like, it's up to you, but he's genuinely confused. The man's an open book.
Huh.
Many empty pages.
I'm gonna cast... I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts. And then... What are your surface thoughts?
I guess
first
that is
level.
how does amnesia work? Is it what he actually doesn't like? You know what I mean? Like I wonder how that works.
And I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to read your mind real quick. Maybe I can help you find what's missing. And if nothing's there, then nothing's there. But I'm curious to see where you heard that phrase. And
So early on, when you say that, you hear him kind of like, sorry, you see me kind of reflexively tense up, and I look a little like uncertain. And actually, there is going to be none of you have detect magic running, right?
I was just about to click the button.
But
Okay.
no, he did
Okay.
not. You said it before you hit it. You're good.
So, I don't know if this counts as magic, but I use magic awareness, like the wild link. I'll link it.
It's detect magic, right? You can just cast
Yeah,
it
but I
whenever you
don't
need.
know if detect magic like shows up on detect magic. You know, like if someone casts detect magic while you have detect magic running,
you
do
would.
see like.
Yep, you would see that.
Okay, so like you are gonna see that. Oh well, you wouldn't because I do it first. I think because of the ruling.
You do
but
it
yeah.
first,
And then
Yeah.
L will see it. You
but
do
then
it.
I
yeah.
will still detect magic.
Yes. So I am going to reflexively cast detect magic. G-Man doesn't even know this is happening. This is just like he's responding to being like feeling threatened for a second. But then after that, he sort of is like, okay. And you're gonna like the dots you're gonna pick up are just gonna be baseline affection for you, Acreus and Baltos, like baseline. I'm a little curious about Poggles. I don't really know him. Really simple-minded though, right? Like not.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Karametra stuff you said.
You see a very comforting smile come across Zelkos's face upon this.
And you're going to get one glimpse of like a hut that looks nothing like the hut you
And then I'm going to look at you and say, dead men tell no tales.
made. Should be blank. Unless there's difference how amnesia works, it's not gonna. I'll just think about me saying that 10 seconds ago to you.
Yeah, because it would be gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. So yeah, it wouldn't be any
The
of those three
largest
things.
thing in my mind is me just telling you that, and like the
Yeah.
feedback the positive feedback you gave, like seeing you laugh and stuff was like this made me happy. So that will probably what came up from.
Yeah, I'll turn to everyone and say, well, first, actually, I'll turn to you and say, sorry, I didn't get anything super useful, but I certainly trust you more, and turn to the rest of the party and say, we can trust you, man.
What magics are affecting G-Man currently?
It'd be a divination for starters.
Yeah, like. So he's got divination, and that's it.
How does wild magic work? Because like there are things that can like come out of me. I guess I would notionally be somewhat magical. Like there would be some sort of.
Yeah, like sorcerers aren't innate,
Yeah.
aren't like don't ping on a detect magic spell.
But you're
But
not
Bard-
currently
but
being
this is
affected
weird,
by
though.
a third-party magic of some sort. Is what I'm telling you.
Oh.
I think when you
I'm not
rage,
currently under the effect of anything.
Alright.
He
Let's
is
go,
a
Patrick.
person. If a sorcerer wouldn't ping, then he also wouldn't.
But
Yeah,
also,
that's
like,
not what I was looking for.
he's looking for
at all.
amnesia, right? Like, if like
Or,
someone
like,
could have
some
like a
weird
modify
spell
memory.
going,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, some weird like charm or something weird. So
Is he charmed? Is he like true polymorphed?
the answer was no.
I'm
So,
gonna need 5.
Checks notes. Also, if
Or-
you have any magic items, we would pick that up, Krishna.
That's true.
Right. I'm gonna talk to Fred, but I think my axe is magic.
It's exciting. Because I have dispel magic.
I have removed curse.
We're ready.
Wait, why would you do that to his magical weapon? Am I missing something?
No, like
No,
if he has like some sort of
Used Alex's
Oh,
magic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
Jesus.
gotcha.
yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
picking up, dude. My character can literally modify memories. He's actually tuned into this.
Modifying the memory of someone with amnesia probably wouldn't really take though, you know.
Yeah, but he's got dispel magic and modify memory. So between those, it
The real question is, if I find something, do I even say anything? I think the answer is no.
Your character certainly wouldn't unless it was like a serious like threat. You know what I mean? Or something crazy. Like
well, I think
unless it was insane.
you know
Well,
I
he's here
have
to help us, and I don't want to jeopardize that right now. So
That's
True.
That's a good point.
because you
Like,
could
I wanna be
forget that
selfish.
you're here to help us. But yeah, I mean, you know that I have dispel magic because we've talked the strategy out of it, like in character. I think, like not on camera, but I think you and I discussed offline that we were doing that. Like Zelkos has long ago determined that Valtos and Canathos were good strategists, and he should let them know his full kit.
Wait, did I tell you what feat I took, Alex?
No.
It's the same one my warlock has.
Shadow touch or
Oh,
whatever?
on which?
Yeah.
Oh, that. Wait, what?
The same two my warlock has, even current. Well,
I didn't know your warlock had two.
Well,
One
you
of
get-
the options of that feat.
Yeah, don't you get
Meta
two
magic
spells?
adept.
Yeah, I knew.
Oh,
Okay,
you
that's what I
took-
thought. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you took Shadow Touch or something
So you
weird.
took subtle, and what was the other one? What can you hit with distant?
Anything that has range, I can add distance to it.
But like
I can
what's?
double it.
Counter
No,
spell,
I think
probably.
it's.
Spell, hold
I'm pretty sure
distance,
it's.
slow.
Oh, I thought it was only things with an attack roll range. That's way better.
No, I think it's just anything that has range. Right?
That's insane.
Right, because counter spell is good, right? Because you could counter him.
Counterspell also has.
You could double the range on counterspell, and you could subtle spell counterspell,
Yeah, yeah.
or I should say. Which doubling the range on counterspell is insane.
Right, there's a big dead zone for them, and you can like just own them.
Actually,
Just has a range of 5 feet or greater.
technically it might not work on counterspell because the trigger wouldn't happen. Because the trigger is a spell goes off within range. That would have to be like a DM decides moment.
You'd have to like preemptively.
Here.
Go ahead.
Here's what you got.
Alright.
Yes, you detect magic on him.
Uh-huh. Well, I used detect magic and then looked at him, but yeah.
You see a weapon. You see the outline of his weapon, which you can obviously tell is magic. And you see like this brooch clasping this like shawl, this like capette that he's wearing. Which you see like this brooch that's kind of like on his like this leather strap. And that's pinging divination.
House Badger brooch, by the way.
Alright, he checks
Okay.
out.
That's pinging divination, huh? Oh, I hate that.
Who do we have we noticed that's a house badger brooch? Or is it like underneath something?
Because I'm looking at it, but I don't know if anyone else did.
It's like a clasp. So like if you're not really paying much attention to it and you're just kind of like looking him over, you're probably gonna miss it. But I'd imagine being familiar with Canathos, the second you like look over, the second you look him over with like any real intent, you'll take notice of the House Badger brooch.
Okay. I'll say, hey, where'd you get that brooch?
Miss Cardella gave it to me.
Sort of nod. Well, are we all ready?
Yep, I do know it's time.
All right.
Alright. We're G-Man,
As
we're
you
leaving
guys-
the city.
Ugo comes over and he's like, okay, so what's the plan? You're going to where?
Miami.
Say, are we running? I can run really fast.
We are
Yeah, right.
teleporting.
I do know Adonis, but where exactly in Adonis is the circle, Patrick?
He looks at you, he's like, oh, it's
It's under the house, isn't it?
no,
No? Okay, that's not so bad.
no, it's in that it's in that back little hut.
Oh yeah, I've been in that room before.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
do we have any way of sending a message ahead of time?
No, look. Worst case scenario, he's in there praying, and we have a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accurate's no shooting him this time, alright?
I listen. I won't shoot him this time. We need him. And all right, I will like take a stance and get ready to be teleported.
All right, stand here, G-Man.
I'm like looking a little uncertain. I'm not really sure what to do.
We're gonna be here, and then suddenly we're gonna be somewhere else. Just stand here and we'll tell you when it's
Here's
safe
what
to
you have
move.
to do. Do this, and I'll make like a karate stance, and just stand still. And we'll be teleported soon, G-Man.
I will also do the karate pose.
And then when I look at you two do that, I say, "Don't worry, I will protect you two."
Yes.
I'm gonna summon 11 up and have him carry Patrozantos' head around for Patrozantos while we're, doing this.
Right, just for social. Yeah.
Okay.
I will unsummon Shay so we don't have to worry about numbers.
Say goodbye, Shay.
We'll be back.
All right. Let me. I guess I should just use Patrozantos' token, make him really, really small.
Just make him tiny. Yeah, quarter sized.
Okay. So after a brief wind up, and like you spell, you can tell it's he's focusing. He's focusing. Uh, and then right before the spell goes off, you hear him say under his breath, "I really hope he's not in the room."
He's not going to be in the room. Trust me.
And then you flash, and in an instant you're gone. And you all suddenly, the next thing you see is this room that none of you are familiar with, but one of you is. And it's got an altar in it, it's got some wooden floors and like a water basin in it, and a door, just a small like door, and it's just this nice stone structure. And you make it via the teleport.
Does this go right?
This is right. Yep, we're in the right place. So that means the house is right outside this door, and I'll open the door.
I put Patrozantos' head in my bag. Unless Poggles. I offer it to Poggles. Would you like to have his head back? It was
No.
yours.
No.
Alright, I stuffed it in my bag.
Okay. So yeah. Are you guys gonna just leave? You're just gonna leave the chapel, yeah?
Yeah, I opened the door because I know
I'm
exactly where we are.
I'm gonna summon Shay and send Shay out ahead of wherever we go, just to like spot for guards and or the patriarch.
Well, whoever leaves the door, give me a perception.
You'll notice
Okay.
there's one fool outside the door already.
Yeah. So it's morning. It's light out, which, doesn't look light out on the map, but it is. You can still see like torches burning in the guard towers. And you're able to kind of make out the head of the guard, like the helmet of the guard in this tower over here. So stands to reason that they haven't rotated shifts, or they're still guarding from the night prior. Shay sees the same thing. If you choose to have Shay move into the house, let me know ahead of like Acreus.
Yeah, I would definitely, wherever I see Acreus going, I'd say Acreus, let Shay scout ahead. Shay's pretty slow.
Wait, what are we waiting for? We're not trying to break into his house.
Yeah, but we also want to, carefully, calmly walk in and not surprise anyone.
That's why we're going to go to the front entrance. Follow me, and I suggest that we go all the way around to the front.
Yeah, let's do that.
So yeah, move yourselves carefully, and are you going to be stealthy about this at all, or
I feel like we just want to walk confidently, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
We're gonna
My
act like
intent.
we belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. My intention would be to be sneaky if I was alone, but I realize it's impossible with the group, so it's like, let's just fake it till you make it.
Agreed.
you got a clipboard, you got a reflective vest, you got a heart?
Yeah.
It's a Bavarian fire drill.
Yep, you okay. So yeah, as you round this corner here and start walking your way past the garden to the front door, this guard here, that guard there doesn't notice you. That guard there doesn't
Amazing.
notice you.
He's
Amazing.
asleep.
Well, why?
I'll be like,
Well, he probably, even if he saw motion inside, he's probably just like, oh yeah, there goes
He's
somebody.
not
Well,
looking
I'll be
in
like-
either.
I'll be like, wait, guys, could you hear that? And it's snoring. I'm like, that guy's asleep upstairs.
But if
And
he's
then we keep
if he's
going.
undead, he wouldn't sleep.
I mean, don't they need to rest at some point? They can't just walk forever, right?
Technically they don't need to rest. It's if they're spellcasters, you can argue that they need to rest to get their stuff back. But if you're immune to exhaustion and don't need sleep, you're good to go. They might not be immune to exhaustion though.
Keep on walking, keep on walking. When you get to about here, they go through.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, this one's, I don't even really think there's any way he wouldn't see you. You're walking right
doors?
next to his tower.
Wait, this one?
Yeah.
Wait, who was the first one that? Oh, the other tower. Shit.
So this guy kind of looks down at you. He's like, what's going on?
We've got business with the patriarch. Can you grab him or tell us where to find him?
He's
We're kind of in a hurry.
looking at you. He's like, I'm sorry. I don't really think I should be. How'd you get in here?
That's not important. What's important is we have important business and we need to find him quickly. Please.
Explain this, man.
I'm gonna look straight at the guy and say, I am a great warrior.
Oh man, I rolled super low. 23.
He's like, oh, okay. Look, knock on the front gate and tell Claire to let you in. I guess it's too early for
We
this.
have to do everything. All right, and I'll just knock, knock, knock. Say, cleric, can you come let us in? It's important.
This guy opens the door quizzically. He looks in. He's like,
Do I recognize this guy? Is he
yeah,
from?
it's the guy.
it's
It's
like
the guy from the.
It's excellent to see you again. We're here with important business. If you could let us in, please.
He looks up and down. He looks around. He's like, seems like you already let yourselves in.
Yes, but we need to find the patriarch with haste, as I've tried to explain to your friend over there. But seems
Okay. I assume he sees the rest of you, and then he's like, as he sees the rest of you, he's like, okay, I recognize the wizard. I recognize the turtle. He looks over at G-Man here, and he's like, this guy's new.
Hello, I am G-Man.
he's a great warrior.
I look at Zelkos and I'm a little surprised. I look at Zelkos like, yes.
How do you know?
Okay. All right. Let me open the door. He walks up and he just opens the door. No lock or anything.
And look inside.
Normally I would announce you, but he's kind of been pretty dreary recently, so I'm sure he'll be. And second thought, I guess I should probably come with you before he blasts you or something.
Thank you.
He says, okay, follow me.
I'll follow.
And as he's kind of like walking through the halls, it's like, so what's going on here? Haven't seen you since that bloodbath the other night.
Yeah, we figured the patriarch's probably back from the underworld, and if that's the case, we have need of his knowledge. If he's ever gonna want, well, yeah, we're trying to help him, and he's probably gonna want to help us.
After you say that, he kind of like stops here in the hallway and he looks back at you and he says, "What do you mean back from the underworld?"
Well, we assumed he probably got sent to the underworld the last time we were here, right?
Yeah, but you said that with such confidence that he'd get back here.
Why wouldn't I be confident? He's done it in the past, hasn't he? From my understanding, everyone who does it just comes back.
I can't tell if you're lying to him.
I don't think he's lying. I think this is what he genuinely thinks. Like, everyone he knows who's gone to the underworld just fucking comes back. Like, it's no big deal. Like, everyone keeps talking about, like, hey, go in the underworld. Hey, come out. It's no big deal. Like, he's actually started to question,
that.
like, and that's why he's also fiddling with that coin. He's just like, what is death? Like, his whole life he's been living, like, oh, he could die any minute, so, like, live it to the fullest. But now it's just like, who the fuck cares? Just someone can come get me.
Kind of like stops you and he says, "He's an old man. Why would you think he'd be able to get back so easily? Why are you here? Who brought you here? How do you know all this?"
Here, cut. Let's take a few steps back. Like you said, you're worried about your master's well-being. I didn't want to scare him or harm him or make him worry, but his son did send us here, knowing that he was just the right person we need to help us out with some information we need in order to get revenge on the one that struck him down, being Kano. It's very complicated. I'm happy to talk you through it if need be, but we thought this would be best to make sure the Patriarch doesn't get overwhelmed with, the betrayal of his son.
I see. And
Do you agree,
last
or
question: How
Please.
did you get by the gate?
we teleported in? There's apparently a magic circle in the back.
One of you has a magic circle here.
No, apparently there's a magic circle that we were able to get attuned to and teleport. I'm not really good at that kind of magic. My magic comes from the world and gods and nature and song.
I assume Valtos is here, right? I assume you guys are all in line.
Yeah. Well, L went for emergency. I think we should all be together.
Yeah, I think we're like crowded up in the hallway, or like we step back into like this room or something.
He like looks over at Valtos, and Valtos is like, "I can do it. You know me, wizard man."
Yeah, out of my
What
realm of
else do
expertise.
wizards do? And the guard kind of is like, "All right, hold on. Let me just make a quick note. I have to get the local. I've got to get the house mage in so that he can dispel the magic circle in the back." And then, from G-Man and Acreus, from the bag, you hear, "Nice one, guys. Nice one." And then he says, or the guard says, "All right, he's in the map room. Just, I'm gonna be waiting out here. Just to let you know, he's kind of manic would be the best way to describe him right now. He's,
Manic. Over what?
son killed him.
Damn
And-
shame. Damn shame.
Was it
Son
actually
killed
the
him.
son who killed him? This is player, or was it? I thought
was
Kano
Kano.
struck him
It was
down.
It was
Kano.
Kano, but Kano got orders from the son.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna sort of knock. Is the door open or is it closed?
It's closed,
I'm gonna knock.
and you hear a voice say, "Claire, I thought I said I wanted to be left alone."
Well, sorry about that, but we have important business. Lockmordian.
He says, "Who is there? I state your business."
It's Zelkos. We met previously when Lord Canathos of House Badger was here in an unfortunate day. I'd like to talk to you about getting revenge for what happened that day.
You hear like a weird, like a grumbling almost, and then he says, "Enter."
I want to be the first one to enter and be like, hello!
And of course, Acris is here as well.
Hello!
He's just kind of still that same almost gaunt zombie man, just kind of like looking at you. He's like, the little one, yes."
Yes, hello. I'm much friendlier this time, and I'll go hop up on the table.
And we have a few other guests here as well. But I will cut to the chase. You remember this fellow, and I'll cast Minor Illusion and make image of Kano in my hand.
"Yes, the traitor to my house."
Yes, well, we watched him die, and I'll change the Minor Illusion to be
Good.
him dead on the ground. But, unfortunately, his boss, the ringleader of this of an unfortunate operation, which is leading to the decline of the god's power here on Theros, sent him there intentionally. We were in a fight to the death, and he killed him to send him there quicker to get some of their other compatriots back out. Now, I've been told that Erebos can bind the dead if he is woken up, and so we figured who better to figure out how to wake him up than someone who would probably be good at keeping him not woken up. So we're here to talk to you about how do we bind Kano and some of his companions in the underworld. Also, a little bit personal, they killed Canathos, and I am not happy about that.
Okay, if he could look at you slack-jawed, he would. He kind of, after hearing all that, says, this is a joke."
I wish it was.
What do you mean? You said something about the gods not being present?
So, the gods, the way it was described to me was where there was once a waterfall or a river or a stream, it's now become just a drop. Some of us still have our magic, the gods can still send visions, but rather than being able to contact all the people of Theros and watch all their lands, their power has dwindled to almost nothing. And the ones who kicked this off, the one who kicked this off had Kano as one of his accomplices. And we are trying to keep them in the underworld, or at least stop what they're trying to do. A few of the gods showed us visions, and I'll head nod towards the three other folks who did, asking us to set things right. Which is what led you to your house in the first place, because we thought you were the one doing it, but we were clearly wrong. Apologize for that.
You should apologize. I am most devout. I haven't been to the underworld in a while. Before you say anything, that's not how I came back.
We saw you die.
It's
It's more
a
complicated than that.
bargain I made with Phaenax, or a sort of. It's a
remember
long
this.
story.
I believe it, though, because we've heard of another bargain with Phaenax, which actually set this off. The bargain was apparently something along the lines of, hey, we can mess with the gods. And Phaenax thought that was a brilliant idea, not realizing that he would be one of those gods.
I see. Well, uh, if Erebos is not in the underworld, then people can leave whenever they wish, if it's not there to find them personally.
How do we get him back to the underworld?
I I imagine you'll need some type of lingering essence of some kind of his, some type of lingering uh, something touched by Erebos, something that you can place in the river to stop people from crossing.
I
Uh,
I turn and look directly at Acreus and say, Acreus, weird
Yeah, I
question.
mean,
Who or what made you? Do you have parents?
no, it came from the underworld, man. Like all, I've read Demon. You're
So
spawned in
are
the
you
underworld and you come out.
have you ever met Erebos?
Probably yes.
Are you
But I
touched
don't
by
have parents.
Erebos?
Uh, I mean,
I'm
maybe
leaving this up to you. This is an Acreus thing.
I don't. Well, I don't exactly know how demons function, Frank. Were they like spawned by Erebos, or are they like souls that like hideously transform? That's my question for you because I don't actually know.
Some of column A, some of column B.
Uh,
What is your interpretation of how you came to be?
I don't think I met Erebos, so I'm gonna say no. I don't mean I came from the underworld, which is his domain. So
And what about your
the guy liked me, but
bow?
that was a long time ago, man. Never met him.
Do you think he made your bow?
He definitely made it because he stole the power out of it. Now this is just an empty husk, and I'll like tap it 2 times. It's just a regular old longbow.
Hmm. Do you think
But
this
he
would
did make
work?
it. What was it?
I'll turn to Xantos and say, do you think this will work?
It
Put
was
it on the
blessed once
table.
by him, but no longer.
Put it on the table.
Put it on the table.
Uh, he looks down on it and then he says, I'll get you a new one." And he like reaches over to the table next to him and he grabs like this mallet and he just slams it down on it.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're gonna be getting me a new one.
I'll get you a new one. And he looks at it. It's kind of like the wood that made it up shattered, like fractured off a bit. And he like picks up parts of it. And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take a look at that." And he like shows you a bit of the like wood on the inside. He's like, sap from one of the yew trees from his infernal plane. So it's enough, I guess. This is enough of a tie.
And this, you think just putting this in the river would bring Erebos back?
I mean, it'll establish some type of connection, I'm sure, but I don't know if it'll be strong enough to keep every soul there. Are you keeping everyone, or just a
Just
number?
a select few.
Do you know the ritual? Because I have a feeling we're gonna stick this thing in the river and have to do some sort of ritual that you, and you don't know. And I also point to myself.
I will try. I do not know the ritual.
So, unless we know the ritual to summon him,
Did we read anything or see any visions from the vision bench while we were in the temple, Frank?
I only saw the stars, right?
Yes.
I did the bench thing,
Same.
but I was told that it wasn't like a permanent memory. It was just like a flash of everything, and then you retained like none of it.
Oh no, I only looked at the I got that mixed up with the telescope.
So he looks at you and he says, "Okay, so let's be clear here. You're keeping who in the underworld?"
Kano, a being not of this world. The Shears, and what was the Minotaur's name during the rest of the party? Probably specifically Valtos.
Do Nick's
Mirai.
born go to the underworld?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that one too.
And eventually, if we can send him there, Orpheus. Orphean. Damn it, Al.
Classic.
Now, I haven't mentioned that name before, but he is the ringleader here.
I'm about to say, when you say that name, he's like, "Oh, the general?"
The famous general. Long story short, Erebos, sorry, Aetherios, took his daughter to be one of the Shears, and rather than seeing this as an honor, he took us as a...
He looks at you and he says, "Shears, you mean the fate?
Yep.
Fate of Erebos? You
Yeah,
should feel blessed.
that's... Yep.
That's the most blessed thing that could afford a family."
And he thought opposite and has been spending the rest of his life combating the gods.
I will. Here, hold on. He takes a piece of paper and he writes down. He's like, "Give this to Claire, and he'll get you a bow. I will. I need a bit to make a scroll out for you. Perhaps this can help." And says, "Yeah, go, leave, leave.
Of course, thank you.
I need quiet."
Wait,
I'll-
before we
I'll-
go, Mr. Santos, is there a reason you don't want to come on this journey to the underworld with us?
I'm not allowed back there.
You realize the fate of this world hangs on what goes on here, right?
I'm not allowed there.
Theoretically, what happens if you attempt to go there?
I'm the way I am because I made a deal to stay how I am and to not be able to return to the underworld. But I guess that's more of a punishment. I can never see my wife again, which is why I keep coming back here, because I tried to bring her back, and Erebos stopped me from being able to get her back. So when they cursed me to never be able to go there, which to you might be the best thing ever, to be able to just live forever and not have to ever welcome Erebos. I just wish to see my wife again, which I
So,
can never do.
have you thought...
I can't go back.
I don't think you've thought this through completely. If he's not home right now, and he can't stop anyone from leaving, how's he going to stop anyone from entering?
It would be against my position to do such a thing.
Just know this
I
might be your only
preach.
time in history.
Look, I understand. I didn't mean to get you so riled up. I'm gonna ask you a real question since you're a man. If I find your wife down there, do you want me to try and take her out to come see you one last time, or you want me to let her rest?
You don't. My son. My son died to try and do what you just said, and it didn't work. He couldn't find her.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you is if I go down there and I find your wife, somehow, do you want me to attempt to bring her back so you can see her one last time, or let her stay?
At least bring her to the river.
Bring her to the river.
I'll travel with you to the river, but I won't go any further than that.
I understand. You're a very brave man for making that journey. And I
No,
use man in air quotes, like, man.
Go. I need to fashion this. And leave.
Okay,
Leave.
I'm gonna go steal a longbow from next door, okay?
No, just
He
use the
said
paper.
You could give him note.
I'm gonna give this note to the guy outside, okay?
There we go. Or I go.
He the guard takes the note. He's like, "Yeah, you got to go over to the archery range. I can show you where it is."
Oh no, I've been around. I know where it is.
It's like, okay. I'm not really surprised at that. Sure. Okay. Well, I will let you know when he's ready for you again.
Yep.
Gonna hang out in the living room. Or in the dining room. And just say anything.
I will.
I'm just gonna test out shooting longbows, random longbows I find in here into the targets.
Until you find one you like.
Anything we need to do while we wait?
I mean, I'm probably just gonna be looking around, like in awe of the size of this place, and I'll probably ask Zelko some questions about who that was.
I will. Do you want character or player? Just
No, it'll be like a fill-in, so it doesn't need to be RP the whole thing because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
so I'll explain the whole tale of sneaking in here, the party, the battle, all the important bits. Not like every single person's name and all that
Right.
stuff, but I will tell it like a grand tale. One getting you the overall gist of it. Finally, including our escape.
And at the end of it, I'm gonna say you are all great warriors.
We try. I'm usually just good at healing and blowing things up, but outside of that, done some damage.
My favorite part is when you blew up the tunnel.
Yep, that's I've done it. Blowing up walls intentionally or unintentionally has become quite a part of my journey, apparently.
I prefer the normal approach, and you see me walk up to this wall, and I'm about to swing my
Wait.
axe.
We probably don't want to. How do I put this? Intrude upon the hospitality of this person. If we were out in the woods, well, actually, I wouldn't want to cut down those trees either. But you could break rocks out there, I guess. Yeah, probably not. Probably not best to do that right here. If we didn't have urgent business, I'd say we go spar outside, but don't want to risk getting hurt.
And then you see me thinking for a second. It's like, wait, we didn't give the son to the father.
Yeah, remember we were supposed to not mention the son being here? You heard he felt betrayed by him, and he also felt he betrayed. They both feel like they betrayed each other. It's probably not best for them to interact so much right now.
I look extremely sad.
It is sad. Well, who were? If you don't mind me asking, do you remember anything of your parents or parent? I guess I'm not really sure how that all works.
No. Miss Crydella taught me many things when I came here, but I don't think she's my parent.
No, I don't think so either. Although, I mean, parents aren't really that simple, are they? I didn't know.
Poggle sits up and says, unless.
Unless.
And then head back down.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, back in my town, a lot of people didn't really know who their parents were. It was just kind of everyone was, your parent. It was more of a communal thing. It was nice. It's been weird seeing just these tight knit families. I'm used to more of a widespread community.
Very satyr thing.
And then I'm gonna sort of look, and again, I'm gonna say, if everyone feels taken care of, I think that's okay.
Yeah, I mean that was my job, I guess. I'd make food and play songs and just like you said, take care of people. I guess at some point once Acarius came into the picture, I got too excited with what the rest of the world had to offer and my big fate and my big destiny, and turns out it was even bigger than I could have imagined.
Right at that moment, I'm going to kick down this door and be like, "Yo, check out this awesome bow," and I'll like shoot it into the barrel in the corner.
Nice shot, Acarius. And like I said, that's,
Some wine starts to pour, like, spill out of it.
I'm gonna
I'm
go.
just gonna run over
Pablo's
and
goes fills up a glass.
Yeah, I'm definitely
I was
not.
gonna go run it over and turn it around so that it isn't spewing out. It's like,
No, let's just drink some instead of letting it go to waste. Come on.
all right, and I'll slap the keg on the table.
Yeah, we'll start drinking wine. Like, and I'm gonna lean over. I'm gonna fill up my mug and hand it to G-Man and say, like I said, it's always an
I'm gonna
adventure with
refuse it.
Acarius.
I'm gonna like hold my hand out and say no, and then I'm gonna wait for you to all have a glass, and then I'm gonna take the keg, pick it up, and start drinking.
I'll just sort of like clap. I'll say, G-Man, I think you're gonna fit in pretty well here.
You know what I'll say as I'm drinking the wine? I'll be like, the last time we were in this room, Camathos was here.
I'll put up my my cup and say, to Canathos of House Badger.
And I'll just sort of flail the barrel of it and say to Kenneth.
Yeah.
May he be happy wherever he is right now.
Don't need to get too sad, man. We're going to find them.
That's good. We can help Miss Cardella.
Yeah.
Although I think she told me not to go down there, but I'm not sure.
Please continue. Why, perhaps, did she say not to go down there?
Danger, maybe? Maybe she said it was dangerous. I
Oh,
don't.
she's not wrong. Are you?
My job is to help you.
And you're not afraid
And
of
I
a
look
little
at
danger?
Valkos and Telkos and Acarius.
You're okay with a little bit of danger?
I am a great warrior.
All right. And I'll put up the glass with the remaining wine I have and say, to great warriors.
The barrel is empty.
I'm gonna go knock on this door really loud and be like, "Hello? Is it done?"
I'm gonna put the barrel the way that Acarius was saying, like turn it towards the wall.
The guard looks at you and is like, he's gonna be a bit, I'm sure.
What's a bit? Should I just go to sleep?
He looks outside. Looks down the hall.
It's 9 in the morning.
Freaking in. He's like, I mean, if you want to take a nap, that's fine. But it's
I'm gonna
pretty
go
early.
to the guard and say, "What is your name?"
Claire.
Claire.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Claire. I am G-Man.
Hello.
I am a great warrior.
How great? Like, what's the metric here?
Just break him.
I'm extremely. No, I look very troubled at this.
All I'm saying is, I've heard rumors of this guy. It's a Crowan soldier over at Data Harbor who took down 50 Merfolk in a single battle. 50 Tritons in a single battle. That guy sounds like a great warrior.
What is a Triton?
He like looks around. And he's like, "Are you joking?"
Is that like a trident?
It's like a fish person, like half fish.
How do they eat?
They have mouths. They also eat fish.
I look aghast at that.
He, after saying that and seeing you look aghast, also is kind of like, wait a minute. And then shortly as this conversation goes on, you hear like creaking, and he says, "Oh, I'm Claire, get them! I'm ready." Claire, and then he says, "I'll send them in." He says, "Give the 10 seconds, then go in."
Some of us are
I'll
not
count-
there, but I assume we
Yeah,
all get
I'm counting to
gathered.
5, and then I'm going, hello, and opening the door.
I'm gonna walk. There's like wine in my beard, by the way. Like I'm gonna walk all the way to the front, bow to him, and say, "Thank you for your hospitality."
He looks at you puzzled, and then he sees your beard. He's like, "Alright." Like lets out like a crude smile, crooked smile, like, yeah. Okay. So I should be able, from our side of the river, I should be able to keep not just the people you want kept there, but everyone kept there for a brief period of time, a couple days. Involve me standing there in vigil for a couple days. I can keep everyone there. But I
What?
can't segregate out those individuals. I can't keep certain individuals out. It's just not really, it's an all or nothing thing.
Okay. I do want you to know that if once you start holding this barrier, Orphean is going to come down and try to kill you.
I hope that you'll be able to put a stop to his nefarious plans before he does that. And B, I mean, it does. I'll die, but I guess they'll come out by then, so it's fine. I'll just come back. I can't go there. I already established that.
True.
So what the plan is, we get you to the river, you bind everyone in, we have 3 days to find the general and kill him?
Couple days, 3 seems generous. Maybe like 2. 3 seems fine. I can try.
Well,
But, I'm going to need people on the other side to sprinkle. He like brings out a jar, and then he points over at Acrius to sprinkle his bow across the beach on the other side.
Alright, well, and infiltration's my thing. What else do you need?
are you going to be able to get out before the binding starts?
Look,
I
if
just
not,
want
that's my home
started
anyway.
until you're back over here.
Look, if I get
Perfect.
trapped over there, just put up the barrier, guys. I mean, what's worst comes to worst, but you know.
You see me thinking really, really hard, and then say, maybe you could go see Kennethos.
Exactly. Canathos. I could see everyone. I could find his wife and tell him, tell her everything's okay, Look, I'm from the underworld, remember? It's not going to be too scary for me.
Well,
Then
like
why
you said,
did you
worst
leave?
case scenario. Why did you leave? I know why you stayed. I don't know why you left.
I think there was something I wrote somewhere. If that was in character or out of character, I don't remember as Tommy. So
I know out of character that your character stayed because he fell in love with like animals and really liked the surface animals and wanted to like get a farm one someday.
Right. Oh, sorry. State. You're mixing. I don't know why I left the underworld. I'm trying to figure that.
Yeah.
I had it written somewhere, but I'll try and find it.
It doesn't sound like a very nice place, because you're a minor demon, right? I think there are like some pretty scary things down there that are
I like Commandos probably.
well, or like if it's survival of the fittest, you know, the
True.
big guy comes and is like,
I'm an imp in the world of pit lords. So.
exactly.
Um, so he looks at you all and says, "Well, this will only work from the river, which would mean we have to sail to the edge of the sea and to the river."
I have a plan. Valtos, come with me. And I'm gonna jog out the room with Valtos, and then
I'm following.
sure, and then like find a secluded spot, maybe in like the hallway by the bathroom, and whisper to Patru and Valtos, say, "Should we? Do you want to reveal yourself and teleport us down there?"
He looks back up and he says, "No can do, Chief. I'm out of teleports."
Well, are you gonna be able to sail there faster than you can rest and teleport again?
I don't think he can teleport anymore. Right?
It's
Like,
like-
wasn't it the overcap? I think.
So he
Right.
can teleport after 3 days.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So how long would it take to sail there? Asking
He looks to you,
Patru.
he's like, "Why don't you just get him to, like, why don't you just get him to get us there quickly? He's able to do that."
By sailing or
He's
by
not-
teleporting?
He's not offering. Well, I mean, he'll give you a ship. He's gonna go with you, so it's not like it's gonna be a problem getting there.
Do you think it'll take more than 3 days?
I mean, I don't know. Probably shouldn't, especially if he gets the full crew on it. It should be able to get us there in under 3 days. It's just a matter of, I worry that some people or some of Orphean's cabal might get out by then.
Hmm.
Though it usually takes fairly long time to actually, no, not fairly long. It takes more than a couple days to actively get from the center to the river at the very least. So, also, I don't mind saying I don't believe Kano's ever had to do it before. So, I think at the very least he's going to be stuck, or rather, not so much stuck. He'll be lagging behind.
Okay.
I'm going to ask, while that's going on in there in this room. So, Master Xantos, your wife, a name, a description. What are we working with here?
Laura.
Lara Xantos. Okay, next. Kind of like a PI. All right, description.
He opens up a drawer and he pulls out this rolled up parchment and he kind of like unrolls it and it's like this pencil sketch that like almost like it's a pencil sketch of like her, him, just kind of like almost as if it was going to be made into like some type of portrait, some type of like more official painting. He's like, that's her.
It's a beautiful picture. Did you make it?
Well, I paid someone for it, so yes, my money did.
Gotcha. And I'll like try to get like a mental image of Lara Xantos and like, okay.
Yeah, that's. You can take it with you.
Oh, okay. I wasn't gonna ask,
I'll
but yeah.
need it back, though.
Yeah, if I'm trapped in the underworld, it might be difficult, but I'll certainly find her for you.
Thank you. Where's your friends? They
We'll
where they-
walk back in at this point.
Yeah, oh, they're right there.
So, yeah, sailing. Let's do it. We don't have our boat with us right now, so
Nonsense! I wouldn't be riding on your boat anyway. I refuse to ride in anything smaller than this small galley. Come to the port, Claire. Get us a wagon.
I'm gonna just look at him and say, "It's okay, sir. I'll just carry you."
What? could just.
I go to pick him up.
I'm. I. I don't like this. What? We could just use a wagon. He keeps reiterating it.
I'm just gonna be extremely gentle. Like I'm not like trying to hurt him or anything. I'm just trying to, like a pallbearer.
Do you want to come down, or is you more, or is this comfortable?
This is something.
All right, well, come on.
We have to get to the port. So does he know? Just lead the way, I guess.
I will lead the way.
And we'll. I'll. He looks clear. He's like, Claire, send a bird down. Tell the port master to get my ship ready and get it supplied and stocked before I get down there. And he's like, I will do just that. I'll send a bird out. And as you guys are leaving, he's like, don't I mean, I was gonna say don't let him die, but don't get his hopes up, I guess is better.
Is that
Fine.
one of the
Maybe
guards
don't
says
get
to
his
us?
hopes up. Yeah, it's Claire talking to you. Don't get his hopes up.
Don't get his hopes up. What do you mean?
I mean, he can't die, but he can't die, but he can certainly have a broken heart. And I've seen it break before, and I don't want it to break again.
No, don't worry, man. I'm not leaving until I find his wife down there.
You're better than most. With that, he it's like, oh, you see him let loose the bird, and he's like, all right, they'll know soon. And you can walk on down towards the port, since you don't want to take a carriage, a cart.
I do not.
Okay, so let's talk real fast. Elle isn't here.
Yeah.
Charles wanted to go at 9. It's 8:45.
This seems like a reasonable stopping point. In all
This is a
honesty.
break
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
where we can break here, and then we can resume next week. I'm a little hesitant to continue on without Elle. The very
Elle would
least.
never forgive us if we did
It's also
any
a
amount of...
really good stopping point. Like
Well,
we just
dude, think about it. Elle would never forgive us if we
Scaling.
did sailing without him. Yeah, if we did sailing
Okay,
without Elle.
great.
on a galleon.
Yeah, he would
Also, Elle's gonna be so happy to come back and hear, "Hey, so we're walking to the docks to get on a galleon."
not. And he has
I
your
should
VOD.
go more often.
He has your VOD, right, Alex, to look at, so he'll actually understand what happened.
Yeah, he can watch the back. So
So,
Hi, Al.
Alex, cut the stream. I need to make fun of Elle.
yeah, do you want to call it there?
I do. I think that's good.
And this will give me time to
Plan.
figure stuff out.
All right. Goodbye, Twitch.
Bye, Twitch. Bye, Al.
I